Welcome to our Beginner English podcast. I'm Emily, and I'm excited to chat today. Daniel, could you start by telling our listeners a little about yourself and what you like to do in your free time? Thanks, Emily. Hi, everyone. My name is Daniel, and I really enjoy outdoor activities. In my free time, I often play football with friends or go hiking. These hobbies help me relax after school. How about you, Emily?
That sounds active. I like creative hobbies. For example, I love reading books and painting pictures. It's a nice way to express myself and unwind. Let's help our listeners learn how to talk about hobbies like these.
Absolutely. In English, we often ask, "What do you do in your free time?" Or, "What are your hobbies?" These are great ways to start friendly conversations.
Let's focus on grammar for a moment. When we talk about our hobbies, we use the present simple tense. For example, I say, I read books, or I paint in the afternoon. Daniel, can you give some more examples?
Of course. I might say, I play football every Saturday, or I listen to music when I do my homework. The present simple is perfect for describing habits or routines, things you do regularly.
Exactly. And notice the verbs, play, listen, read. These are all useful for talking about hobbies. Our listeners can try making their own sentences using these words.
If you're not sure, just remember, subject plus verb. For example, she draws, he watches movies. It's simple and clear.
Now, let's explore more hobby vocabulary. Besides reading and playing sports, we can also say I go swimming, I play games, or I watch movies. Daniel, do you have any favorite movies?
I do. I love adventure movies. I often watch them with my family on weekends. Also, sometimes I play video games. The word play is common for sports and games, while watch is used for films or TV.
Great point. For activities like swimming or hiking, we usually use go. For example, I go hiking in the mountains. This helps make your English sound more natural.
So, to summarize, play football, go swimming, watch movies, read books, and listen to music. Try mixing these with your own hobbies.
Let's practice asking questions. If you want to know about someone's hobbies, you can say, what do you like to do? Or, do you enjoy painting? Daniel, how would you answer these questions?
I'd say, yes, I love painting. Or, no, I prefer playing football. Another way is, I like to listen to music. These answers keep the conversation going.
Exactly. And if you want to show interest, you can say, that sounds fun. Or, I love that too. This makes your English sound friendly and polite.
It's also polite to ask a follow-up question, like, how often do you paint? Or, what kind of music do you listen to? That keeps the conversation lively.
Now, let's talk about how often we do our hobbies. Words like always, usually, sometimes, and never are helpful. For example, I might say, I usually read before bed. What about you, Daniel?
I often play football on weekends, but I rarely go hiking in winter. These words help explain your routine more clearly, so people understand your habits.
Exactly. You can also use every for days. I paint every Sunday. This shows a regular schedule. It's a simple way to add detail and sound more fluent.
If you want to be more precise, you can say twice a week or once a month. For example, I watch movies twice a week.
Let's move on to saying what we like or dislike. In English, we use phrases like I like, I love, I don't like, or I hate. For example, I love drawing, but I don't like running. Daniel, what about you?
I like playing football, but I don't like painting. I love listening to music, especially rock. It's okay to have different preferences. Everyone has unique hobbies.
Absolutely. You can also use prefer to compare. I prefer reading to watching TV. This helps explain your interests in more detail.
And if someone shares your interest, you can say, me too, or same here. That's a great way to connect with others.
Politeness is important in English conversations. If someone shares their hobby, you can respond with, that's interesting, or wow, that sounds exciting. Daniel, do you use these phrases when meeting new people?
Yes, I do. They help make the conversation friendly. I often say, tell me more about that, or how did you start? It shows you care about the other person's story.
That's a great tip. Starting with positive comments encourages people to share more. It's especially helpful if you feel shy speaking English.
So, don't be afraid to ask simple questions and give polite replies. Practicing these small phrases makes everyday English easier.
Let's compare creative hobbies like drawing to physical hobbies like sports. Creative hobbies let you express ideas, while physical hobbies keep your body active. Daniel, which type do you prefer and why?
I prefer physical hobbies because I like moving and being outdoors. Playing football helps me stay healthy, but I admire creative hobbies. They require imagination and focus. How do you feel about both types, Emily?
I enjoy creative hobbies because they help me relax and think deeply. But I agree physical hobbies are great for teamwork and fitness. Both types have special benefits.
Yes, and many people enjoy a mix. For example, someone might draw during the week and play tennis on weekends. Variety can make free time more interesting.
Talking about hobbies isn't just for class, it's useful in real life. For example, you can join clubs or make new friends by sharing your interests. Daniel, have you ever joined a club because of a hobby?
Yes, I joined a football club at school. It helped me meet people who like the same sport. Clubs are great for practicing English and building confidence too.
That's true. I joined an art club, and it was a fun way to learn new techniques and share ideas. Talking about hobbies opens doors to new experiences.
So, next time you meet someone, try asking about their hobbies. It's a simple and friendly way to start a conversation.
Before we finish, here's a speaking challenge for our listeners. Try to describe your hobbies using the words and phrases from today's episode. For example, I like cooking. I cook every weekend. I don't like running, but I enjoy swimming.
That's a great idea. You can also record yourself and listen to your pronunciation. Or practice with a friend and ask each other, what do you do in your free time?
Remember to use present simple tense, clear verbs, and polite responses. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel in real conversations.
Thanks for joining us today. Keep practicing, and soon talking about your interests in English will be easy and fun. See you next time.